Alright, what's up YouTube? MCool40 here with a special guest today, Alan Pennington. He's been a member in the community for quite some time. He's starting back up the Duelist Groundz war scene, which is going to be something very special for the community to get involved with. I believe there's going to be prizes, aren't there?
Yes, that is correct.
All right.
Which I will talk about.
Alright, Alan, give me a little bit of a rundown. Who are you, and why should the community really care about this?
Well, we could talk about how I used to play gadgets like you and have 3 YCS tops and whatnot, but really the reason that the community should care about me is the fact that I am the head administrator of duelistgroundz.com, which has a pretty unique reputation of being a forum that is geared towards not only Yu-Gi-Oh players, but sort of the more competitive part of the scene.
Duelist Groundz has been around for a very long time, if a lot of you guys don't know that.
Yeah.
It doesn't predate Pojo, but it's been around in this. It's been a very important part of the community. And like Alan said, you know, the reputation, it's been up and down throughout the years, but a lot of the great competitive player base that we have now actually has done a lot of talking and a lot of innovation through this site. So it's been an important cornerstone of the community. You know, Alan's been here since probably the beginning, haven't you?
Not quite. Duelist Groundz started in 2003, and I didn't join the site until late 2007. But I mean, I've been around for a while, almost 10 years. So
Jesus,
I think that's quite a long time.
It gives you the ability to think about all the good times we've had, right?
Yeah.
All right, Alan. Let's talk about the Duelist Groundz Wars. What is it?
Okay, so basically the idea is that it's a league of players, and we all compete against each other for prizes, like you said. But what makes it kind of unique is rather than it being sort of like you know, maybe ranked on Dueling Network is something that people might think of. Rather than I'm just, you know, joining a pool and just kind of playing random people, is we divide everyone up into teams. And there'll probably be about 8 to 10 teams or so. And you, you know, you coordinate with the other team members. You can, you know, do things like help each other with your decks. And then every 10 days, you will do what's called a war against another team. So the way that works is each team has 6 of what are called heart points. Every time you beat someone on the other team, they lose one of their 6 heart points. And then when they get to 0, that team loses the war, and then the other team wins. So that's the basic idea.
Is there any sort of entry fee or anything like that?
No, it's completely free. The reason why that we are giving away prizes despite it being free is for 2 reasons. One is that I'm a mathematician and I love data, so I want to use this to data mine. So I want to keep track of what decks are beating what, and it's essentially a way of me to pay for that data by, you know, creating this competitive scene. And the, you know, sort of the more long-term reason why is that eventually Duelist Groundz would like to run both online and real-life cash tournaments, similar to what Alter Reality does. So we want to establish a reputation as, you know, being a legitimate site that, you know, pays out.
Duelist Groundz has always had a very, very strong competitive player scene around it. I've seen some of the tournaments you guys have done in the past. They've been very well received from what I've seen. I definitely think that this is a good step in the right direction for you guys, as terms of establishing a community. And, you know, I'll link the resources down below for you guys. Alan, I'm sure you have specific links and everything you can give me, right?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, is there anything else you really want to add?
Well, I guess, you know, it might be good to mention what the prizes are, right?
Oh.
So, and this is kind of, you know, sort of connects to my backstory. I actually the way that I became the head administrator of Duelist Groundz is you might know that I am good friends with the people who own the Game Academy, which is a store in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
So the owner of Duelist Groundz, he wanted to, he needed money, so he wanted to sell the site to someone else. So I actually arranged for the Game Academy to sort of buy out and sponsor the site. So that's why I'm the head administrator, is because, they decided that that was what they wanted me to do. And the prizes are coming from the Game Academy. So the prizes will all be paid out in store credit, and you can use that, on anything from their store. So that's Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Magic cards, Pokemon cards, and they have some, sort of cool Duelist Groundz swag too, like, Duelist Groundz shirts, that sort of thing.
I'm kind of surprised to see that. I actually wasn't aware that you took over Duelist Groundz. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it was in July of last year, so
wow, that one on my radar.
Been too long, but things have gotten a lot better, or at least I think they have. Hopefully, everyone else thinks they have too.
I can tell things look like they're still running pretty smoothly over here. So, yeah, guys, if you want to win some free, well, it's not really free. You got to earn it. You got to be the best, like no one ever was.
Yeah. You got to be the best team at the end of the season.
The team dividing is totally random, right?
Sort of. I'll put it this way. Like, you don't form your own team.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why I did that way is because, since we're competing for prizes, I wouldn't want, like, a group of people to, like, form a super team, right? Like, if, I don't know, like Patrick Hoban and Billy Brake and, all these great players just created a monopoly on all of the best players and then just won every single time, that wouldn't be fun.
That's not fair. And at least this way it makes things a lot more fair,
Yeah.
I really like that.
Oh, well, good, because, that was one of the things that the community is kind of 50-50 on. Some people like it, some people don't. But I think it's the best decision in the long run.
Yeah, it really is. I guess it's more or less that's the random aspect of it. But as long as you're holding your own and you're keeping your teammates competent and sharing information, then it'll definitely, I guess, alleviate some of the stress off of you and try to balance things out a little bit.
Yeah, and I guess the other thing that people might want to know is, so like at the end of the season or whatever, the top team, they get their store credit. But in addition, the top people who like individually did the best will also get prizes. So like, say you're on a team and like everyone on the team sucks except you, like you could still win something. It's not like you're just screwed. So I think that's something that people like too.
How long are the seasons going to be for this?
So it depends on the number of players that sign up, because the more players that sign up, the longer the season takes. But then the more players that sign up, the more prizes there are. So like it balances out. But like on average, it should take like about 3 months per season. So like a season should be, roughly speaking, a format.
Okay. How are you going to handle new decks and new sets coming out for this league?
They're just, legal upon, when they'd be legal for, like a YCS in real life or whatever.
Okay, fair enough.
So if, like, I don't know, like, when's the next set legal? Like May 3rd or something?
Yeah.
So yeah, if it's legal on May 3rd, then it's legal on May 3rd.
Okay, so people that are planning for their matches, I assume you would plan for a date before that, so that it wouldn't generally affect everything. So.
Yeah, so like the way that it works is, like I said before, a war takes about 10 days, and during that 10 days, you would join the Duelist Groundz Discord, and then anytime you see one of the opponents on the opposing team online, you just message them and say, hey, you want to like duel for the war or whatever. And then if they're available, they say yeah, and then you do. That's the basic idea.
Can you play multiple people, or is it just one? Each person's responsible to play one match.
Yeah, you can play multiple people.
Oh damn! So one person can just go in and do Dale Bolito style and just sweep them up.
Yeah, exactly. Just like way back in the day. I mean, I remember in I don't know when this was. I think this was 2012 or something. Duelist Groundz, like just the whole site, had a war against Dueling Network. So Dueling Network nominated their best 10 players, and we nominated our best 10. And in that war, I actually defeated 6 out of their 10 players before someone beat me.
Jesus.
So yeah, I mean that can happen. Obviously, it's not. That's highly unusual, but you could do that.
All right, Alan. Any final thoughts, Captain?
No, it was good talking to you.
All right, guys. Like I said, there'll be some links down below in the description for you guys to go check this out. It's all totally free. You're only kind of hurting yourself if you don't get the chance to participate. Right, Alan?
Yep, that's right.
All right, guys. I'm out. Later. That's not all, folks. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Please check out my Cardfight Vanguard channel, VanCole40. You guys will get an insight on our playtesting sessions. And please check out the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. That way you guys can follow the House of Champions and MCole40 interactions. Please check out MCole Games for all of your guys' trading card game needs. And if you guys enjoyed this content, please check out my Patreon in the description. Every bit helps to the creation of these videos. One step at a time in improvement, and that's the goal of this channel. Alright guys, have a good time, and thanks for watching.